Guys, welcome to Black Scout Survival Late Night Live. Do you guys mind if I do a little bit of ranting today? Let's go. So, America first should mean America first. Make America great again should mean make America great again. Not later, not after everyone else, not when there's money left over. And yet, day after day, man, week after week, and month after month, I watch other countries get massive help, massive protection, massive funding, while Americans are told to celebrate crumbs. A few deportations, a couple work site raids, some landscapers, some roofers gone. That's not making America great again. That's what you call optics. It doesn't fix the deep state. It doesn't fix corruption. It doesn't fix debt. It doesn't fix inflation. It doesn't fix housing. And it doesn't fix healthcare. These are what you call surface level wins, meant to keep people emotionally satisfied while the machinery keeps running. And I see past it. I see past the memes. I see past the firework rallies. Because while you're distracted with symbolic victories, billions of your dollars are being shipped out the door again and again and again and again. Now, what happened today? The U.S. government awarded $8.6 billion for advanced fighter jets for our favorite ally, the Chosen. Okay. I'm sure you guys saw it. Some of you were upset about it. And I've seen a lot of people complain about it. Some people sending me some stuff. But I'm going to try to get these images up here real quick. Not that one. There we go. Good. Our good friend here, BB, made his rounds. He's got a lot of your taxpayer money. A lot of it. Okay. $8.6 billion, to be exact, for advanced fighter jets. Okay. No vote, no consent, no debate, just an announcement. And a lot of people say, but we got to do it. We gotta protect them. Right? The Bible says so. That's not true, by the way. Go watch my deep dive on that. But anyway, we just got the announcement. The money moves through foreign military financing, non-repayable grants. So translation, what that means is you pay, somebody else gets the hardware. Okay. I'm sure they're happy about it. That's not what you call aid. That is taxpayer-funded weapons purchasing routed through foreign government. Boeing gets paid. Subcontractors get paid. Lobbyists get paid. Politicians get photo ops and through backdoor deals by campaign money, they get paid as well. You get the bill. Thank you. Thank you. This isn't foreign policy. It's what you call a business model. It's been happening since the beginning of time. Right? And this is the part that matters because Republicans and Democrats can't agree on borders. They can't agree on health care. They can't agree on inflation. They cannot agree on anything that directly helps you or I. They can't. But when it comes time to fund foreign militaries, our favorite ally, suddenly unity. That's not the ideology. That's money. There is no red and blue. They've made you believe that there's red and blue. There's only green. And when the same AIPAC lobby funds both sides of the aisle, outcomes stop being political and start being transactional. That's why the amounts never go down. That's why the commitments get longer. That's why the accountability disappears. Now, we're reaching the end of the aid package in 2027. For our favorite ally. He came today to basically try to get a 20-year agreement. And this is how he starts off the proposal.
President Trump, could you tell him what I think you're going to tell him?
What?
Go ahead.
Yes, dear President Donald Trump, it's my great and distinct honor to inform you that the Israeli Prize Committee, following Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recommendation, has reached a historic decision to award you the Israel Prize in the category Special Contribution to the Jewish People. This marks the first time since the establishment of the State of Israel that the Israel Prize is awarded to a non-Israeli citizen. This category created to recognize individuals whose actions have left an exceptional and enduring impact on the Jewish people in Israel and throughout the world. The committee noted your significant and consistent efforts on behalf of the Jewish people and the State of Israel. Among your many contributions are your commitment to fight.
Yeah. Dang, man. Come to Kiss the Ring, give them an award that no American's ever gotten. Like it means something. I don't know, man. You know, we complain about it. Washington proceeds anyway. They do. Because voters don't write the checks. Donors do. We saw that, man. I mean, the whole fiasco with Charlie Kirk. And this is the thing, like, why I even talk about that is because this is one of those micro examples of the same thing. Just we see it on a larger scale playing out right here. Okay. Donors, various, and I have to be careful with my words because they will nuke you for even talking poorly about a government and about what they do and that we are funding a government, but they'll nuke you and say that you're something. Anyway, now again, the current agreement expires in 2027. What's being pushed next is a 20-year commitment costing $76 billion at least, okay? 20 years. How old will you be in 20 years? Donald Trump won't even be on Earth anymore, probably. He's old enough that unless he's going to live into his hundreds. Americans can't even plan 6 months, guys, because rent and groceries keep rising. But Congress is perfectly comfortable with locking you into 2 decades of foreign military spending. There no referendum. They're not asking you for consent, just obligation. This isn't aid, guys. This is a generational contract that you never signed. Tell me in the comments. Do you agree with it? Number one, place it number one if you agree. If you disagree, if you want America be the priority, put a 2. Let me know in the comments. Let me see what you guys got. It's wild to me. Now this expands beyond weapons. Okay, but before I get that, let me play this clip too, because let's talk about the weapons for a moment.
Israeli attack on Iran if Iran will not have a deal. If Iran will continue with their ballistic missiles and also nuclear weapons.
If they will continue with the missiles, yes. The nuclear, fast. Okay, one will be yes, absolutely.
So now we have the potential of going to war if Iran doesn't. He said we'll move fast.
The other was we'll do it immediately.
Support an attack.
It out. If we didn't wipe out with our beautiful B-2 bombers, if we didn't, and we sent a lot of Tomahawks in there also, by the way, from a submarine.
And what about the pardon that the president of Israel needs to give the prime minister?
A pardon?
A pardon.
I think he will. How do you not? He's a wartime prime minister who's a hero. How do you not give a pardon? You know, I think it's a very hard thing not to do it. I spoke to the president.
Anyhow, I just want to give him a pardon. Bieber Holt. You got a funny name. A funny username. Thank you again. Yeah, BB's grinning ear to ear. Said he's a wartime president. He's the best thing. Said Israel wouldn't even be here today if it wasn't that. But now let's go on how this expands past weapons, because this is. I did a video 2 weeks ago on this. Okay, we have discussions going on with Elon Musk. Check it out here. This is BB saying that he held a phone conference, teleconference with Elon Musk, okay, about turning the foreign nation state into a global leader, the global leader in artificial intelligence. We know what that means, okay? Artificial intelligence, to understand this clearly, AI doesn't develop civilian first, okay? It's not civilian first driven. It is military first driven. Hence why China is, and we don't honestly know at what stage that China is at with AI for their military use. But we know that we are in a race with them. So to give the nation state every major tech leap possible, it follows the same path: military, intelligence, surveillance, commercial, public. We also know that Palantir has also been in works with the nation state to develop a package for surveillance. Okay. Cyber did this, AI is doing it now. So when you hear the words AI leadership, what that means is strategic dominance, logistics, targeting, automation, and data control. Weapons were phase one. Weapons were phase one. AI is phase two. And once again, thank you. And once again, Americans subsidize early stages while corporations and foreign governments gain the leverage, right? So are we making America great again? Or the greatest ally great or better? Pretty much dominance in all fields, paid for by you and I. And again, apologies, I have to talk around this. You can say in the comments what I'm getting at, because they will clip me hard. They have before. To be honest with you, what happened was I've only had this happen 3 times. The first time was during the 2016 election. At that time, I was not doing political content. However, I was doing a video. I remember plain as day, me and my cameraman, we went to the range and shot a video utilizing a red dot. We were reviewing a red dot for a company. And I talked about Hillary Clinton poorly. That video got zapped. Okay, zapped. Never had happened to me before. And then the Hunter Biden's laptop video, zapped. Okay. Then last year, sorry. Almost 2 years ago, I talked about our greatest ally conducting some bombing runs in a certain location. I got zapped. And so I realize now in that point in time that when you talk about any of the true players of the game is when you get hunted. And you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. So you'll get zapped. They will remove your video. They will they'll give you a warning. Hey man, we'll make you disappear. But anyway, just give you that little backstory. That's whenever I knew. That's how I figured out who the real enemies are. Okay. Now, if you want to talk about Trump for a moment, because this isn't a hero worship hour. America first was supposed to mean America primarily. Instead, what do we get? Billions in weapons, blanket protection, public commitments overseas while Americans are drowning at home. And it doesn't stop with this location. It also is the Qatar agreement. We now pretty much have we will send all of our young men and women to go fight for Qatar if something happens with those guys. We're still playing around with Ukraine. Why that has not just been shut off? Who cares? Let it happen. Whatever happens over there, I don't care. I care about veterans sleeping in the street. I care about you at home, barely can afford groceries because they ain't came down. If making another country stronger requires Americans to be poor, then America is not first. I'm sorry. That's not betrayal talk, because a lot of people will say that. Oh, you're betraying. No, I got betrayed. That's why I'm pissed off. I got bamboozled. I voted for something and believed something was going to happen, and all I got was little bullshit. Oh, round up the construction workers. Oh, man, we signed, a DEI executive order that's going to last 3 years until the next guy. That's what I got. It's basic arithmetic. Presidents, what I've learned, don't dismantle the systems. They operate inside of it. They'll give you little victories and people cheer, and the smooth brains will say, yeah, our team is winning. It turns out that every administration, left or right, keeps feeding the same pipeline. Eventually, you stop pretending this is about party loyalty. It's about who always gets paid. And this is exactly what Eisenhower warned us about, okay? I like to talk about historical things. Ben Johnson, thanks, man. I went to high school with a guy with that name. He was a all-star football player. Anyway, this is exactly what Eisenhower warned us about, a permanent war economy where peace is bad business. Because you notice, I told you guys, I told you guys, go watch the videos. And if you're with me, please chime in and say, I stayed on the video. We can go back and go find it. Soon as they did the pull out of Afghanistan, I said, guys, watch, there's going to be another war where we're funding war. Next thing you know, we're in Ukraine. Because peace is bad for business. These lobbyists, these politicians, man, they want the war machine going. Why do you think Lindsey Graham wants to bomb every place in the world? Because conflict is the product. Taxpayers are the raw material. Wars do not need to be won. That's the thing people fail to realize, is that wars don't need to be won. They just need to continue. Why do you think Ukraine and Russia is still going on? Everybody's getting paid. It's how the machine survives. That's why Venezuela will be next. I heard we've already done some land operations there. That's what I heard. I heard we did land operations, I think, today. They don't know if it was military or CIA, but something happened. But the military industrial complex is it. Right? And to make sure you feel it everywhere, because let's talk about tariffs. Because I've heard people cheering the tariffs. Oh, man, we're doing great getting these tariffs. Tariffs, guys, were sold as bringing American manufacturing back. That's what it was. Tariffs were put in place to make the big companies bring the manufacturing back home. But let's talk about what actually happened. The prices of products went up. The corporations passed the cost right to you. Manufacturing staying overseas, guys, it's not coming home. They're giving it straight back to you. You're paying that. That's why you're like, why is the cost going up on things? Trump said the tariffs were making billions of dollars. Yeah, from you. It's that. So now you're paying income tax, inflation tax, tariff tax, debt interest, and now war tax. That's how it works. Jason, thanks, buddy. That's how it works. Yep. Someone just said this. Yep. China just cut off our silver. What do you think is happening in the world? But again, the tariffs, they're not paying for it. China's not paying the tariffs. You think Tim Cook at Apple's paying the tariffs? No, he's charging you more for the iPhone. But most of them got breaks anyway. All the big guys that came and kissed the ring, they got breaks. Small businesses and smaller corporations, they're just saying, hey, just increase the prices. They're not going to make less money. You think any company, large company in the world is going to make less money? No, first off, they all talk. So industries talk. So let's say you make tires. All those guys are going to have a meeting. Hey, man, we just need to all increase our price of products. They do that. That is not theory. That is a fact. Check it out. So now you're paying inflation tax, tariff tax, debt interest, war tax. You're getting taxed 6 ways to Sunday. And you're sold that somehow we got billions of dollars coming in and that you might get a rebate from it. That's money you're paying. And as a company, this isn't isolationism. This is what they would call self-preservation. They got to stay in business. A country that can't take care of its own people has no business funding endless wars. Right? Thanks, Kylie. Tariffs are killing us and peace is not profitable. Exactly. If you want to hear the biggest statement of the night, you can go ahead and just say, man, bottom line up front, this guy, he got it. That's what it is. Okay. That's why a lot of people ask me every day, and I've said this over and over again. First off, you're not fixing anything. Okay. Got to work small. Starts with you, number one. How prepared are you? I'm a survival guy, survivalist. And I believe that this lifestyle, I believe it because, and always have, because I see the decay and collapse. A lot of people get numb to it. They can't see past the the dopamine from Netflix and fast food and that life is easy. It's only going to get worse. Taiwan is being circled by China. And today, Donald Trump said that, no, he knows Xi's not going to do anything. I don't believe that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But the fact is, the matter is, America is not looked at as the dominant anymore. And who knows what kind of tech they hold. We've heard things about they could have drone tech that we can't even touch. We don't know. We just don't know. We just know that something is emboldening the rest of the world. We do know that. BRICS, the allies that's being formed, is definitely something you need to be aware of. Okay. And that's why it starts with you again. Thanks. Baby boomer here. America first. Absolutely. Survivors properly consider the worst case scenario, never a bad decision. That's right. It's what you got to prepare for. It's not paranoia, it's preparedness, right? It's why my business is what it is. Because I believe it. I have for a long time. This guy dropped the 4,500 gold, $80 silver says it all. Yeah. So anyway, it's why I do what I do, right? And it's why today I dropped, because we came out, I think your body is number one, right? And obviously, man, I'm not a spring chicken anymore either. Age is catching up, but I try to stay hard to kill. I live the lifestyle, train every day. And I know a lot of you guys, I send out email blasts. If you're not on an email list, make sure you get on an email. I try to send out instructional stuff and things like that, guides and things like that pretty regularly. Last week, I sent out one talking about the stack program that I created, basically a HIT program. And then I did one talking about bands, workout bands, and a band workout. But we had the Field Fit bands, which is basically a tactical band set. Comes in this nifty bag so you can carry it everywhere. But our bands are obviously tactical colored, and each one of them comes with a carabiner. I'm not trying to sell you on the bands. You can get any bands you want. But comes with these good handles, tactical colors. That way you can always carry up to 200 pounds of resistance. Resistance is resistance. Your body doesn't know whether it's weights, your body weight, or bands. But anyway, so if you can't get to the gym, whatever excuse you may have in life, right? You can get to the gym. You can work out. And so today I dropped the Hard to Kill band functional fitness kit, program, combat fitness program today for $12. $12 is it on the website. No shipping, nothing. It's downloadable PDF. You get it right to your phone. Start doing it. You can go get any band set. You can get ours, but go get whatever you want. Go to Walmart or whatever you want. But that way, at least you can work out at any moment in time and get that in, because being hard to kill it's a lot of it's physical. It's not just physical though. It's also financial. It's also mental. It's also operational. Having your team together, your tribe of 12, like I always talk about, and maybe you work out together, right? But again, drop the Field Fit Combat Conditioning Program today, $12. Download it straight to your phone, train at home, train on the road, train in a hotel. You're a truck driver, doesn't matter. You're a mom with 5 kids, doesn't matter. No excuses. Okay. But you gotta, bottom line, baseline, be fit. Have your gear. Know how to use your gear. Have your stockpiles, ammo, beans, bullets, band-aids, whole nine. Know your medical. Have other guys with skills that vary from yours. And so on, like a team, right? Thanks, buddy. Ram Paul, I guess that's when you said you woke up. Man, Jason, don't even get me on Minnesota. Holy smokes. I mean, I could have did a video about that. I talked to Mark from Centerline Systems about that today, because he lives up there in Minnesota. And dude, why they're not raised. What I was telling him what I would do, I would give till 6 p.m. for 10 spots to come snitch on everybody, be state's witness against the big dogs. And you might get a sweetheart deal. Everybody else going to prison. But that's why I'm not president, and that's why I'll never be in charge of anything, because I wouldn't play these games. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Go get Hard to Kill. Get your tribe of 12. And always remember to stay frosty, stay strapped, and stay dangerous. Black Scout out.
2, 3. 4, 2.